The Fed has messed up, and they've messed up big. They overcooked the economy, they printed too much money, and now inflation is getting out of control. This is going to give them no choice but to lift interest rates much sooner than they expected, much sooner than the housing market and the stock market expected, and it's going to lead to a world of pain. In this video, I'm going to go over exactly how, with evidence, with proof, and with data, how a 30 to 40% housing and stock market crash could be coming, and it could be coming much sooner than you thought. Every signal that has predicted every market crash in history is now flashing red, and the alarms couldn't be sounding any louder. There is so much complacency in the markets right now. People thought the money printer would go on forever and there will be no consequences. People thought interest rates would stay low till 2023 or 2024. Well, people, I'm now here to say that's not going to happen. All right, let's get into it right now. So first things first, inflation is getting out of control, and it's much higher than everyone expected. This is exactly what I've been saying. I've been saying that the central banks around the world, the governments around the world, they overreacted to this recession. They printed too much money, they gave too much stimulus, and now it's showing in the inflation data, and this is the official inflation data. I know, and you all know, that the real inflation number is even higher than that. Listen to this. According to data from Philadelphia branch of US Federal Reserve, prices paid by manufacturers have risen to, guess what? The highest levels since March 1980. That's right. And what happened in the 80s? Inflation got out of control, and the Federal Reserves and central banks around the world hiked interest rates to 15 to 20%. Now, I'm not saying that interest rates will get back to 15 or 20%, but it's not going to take that for this market to come crashing down. All it's going to take is for interest rates to go up 2 to 3%, for there to be mass default in the housing market, for the stock market to now price in these high interest rates, and all these people that have margin debt, they're all going to sell off their margin debt, and this is going to trigger the next stock market crash. Look what happened to that private family office, aka hedge fund, that defaulted on their margin. That was only $20 billion, and that caused mass losses for the banks. Imagine what would happen if this happened on a much bigger scale. And that's not the only thing that proves inflation is getting out of control. Consumer goods went up 1.7% in March. That's right, 1.7% in a month, not a year. The Producers Price Index went up 1% in March. That's 12% annualized. And the CPI is likely to hit 0.5% in March, which is 6% annualized. That's 3 times the Federal Reserve and the Reserve Bank of Australia's target of 2%. And I'll play a clip now of the Federal Reserve admitting when he was asked if inflation gets out of control, will he hike interest rates?
Inflation.
What would you do? You would raise interest rates?
That's the principal tool we have is with inflation. Yes, the traditional tool is to restrain the economy and reduce inflation that way. That is the playbook, though. If inflation were unexpectedly, counter to our expectations, to move meaningfully above levels where we're comfortable, in particular inflation expectations. These days, people think that inflation is largely a function of what the public expects it to be. And we would be monitoring inflation expectations very carefully. If we see them moving persistently and materially above levels we're comfortable with, then we would react to that.
So as you can see there, he can't say the word, we will lift interest rates. And do you want to know why? Guess what's happening to the markets now? There's so much high frequency trading, and there's all these artificial intelligent trading bots that buy or sell depending on signals that the Federal Reserve says. So if he says lift interest rates, these AI and high frequency trading programs would automatically start selling off. That's why he can't say it, and that's why he won't say it, but interest rate hikes are coming. Not to mention that supply chains have been disrupted massively, and like I said earlier, manufacturers are going to pass on those costs to consumers. But the Federal Reserve and the Reserve Bank of Australia told us, no, there's not going to be any inflation. We can just print all this money, we can buy up all these government bonds, corporate bonds, mortgage-backed securities, and there'll be no consequences. Well, that's not true at all. Look what's happening now. And on top of all this, now there's most likely going to be another infrastructure stimulus package, which could be 2 to 4 trillion, which is going to cause even higher inflation. And if people in Australia watching this think this is not going to affect them, it definitely is. Australian banks fund 1/3 of their wholesale borrowing costs from overseas. And have a look at this. A mortgage of $500,000 with a 3% interest rate would be $2,108 a month. But with all this inflation, if central banks have to hike interest rates and they lift interest rates 2%, But not only this, banks can increase their mortgage rates even higher than that if Treasury yield bonds spike. If mortgage interest rates go to just 6%, well, now your mortgage repayment is almost 50% more, $3,008 a month. How many middle-class Americans and Australians do you think have $1,000 lying around in their monthly budget to cover these higher interest rates? I'm telling you, not many. And many first home buyers or new home buyers are FOMOing in right now. They think because debt is low that they can borrow to the T, they're over leveraging, and even just a 1% interest rate rise could put them over the edge. So like I say, and like all the real estate experts say, for every 1% increase in interest rates, house prices can fall 10 to 15%. And that's because your borrowing capacity gets reduced, and really what fuels house price growth is easy access to credit and cheap credit. So like I said, if interest rates just go up 3%, because inflation could get to 1980s levels when interest rates went to 10 and 15, 20%, if they just went up 3%, that could see a 30 to 40% decline in the housing market and the stock market. And all these factors that I've been talking about is now being released in the media in this article, which I'll link in the description. And even without the Federal Reserve hiking interest rate, it says here, since hitting their crisis lows, the effective cost of the US government borrowing for 10 years has risen by 250%. You may think, what? That's because the 10-year Treasury yield has gone from 0.5% to a high of 1.7%. That's an increase of 1.2%. And when you say, well, that's just an increase of the yield of 1.2%, doesn't sound much. But in real terms, that's an effective 250% more interest they have to pay. And as a result, the 30-year fixed rate mortgage has gone from a low of 2.65% to now 3.2%. And I'm telling you, the Federal Reserve is going to have no choice but to hike interest rates, and interest rates are going to get much higher. But everyone, that's not all. There's even more signals that are saying a market crash is just around the corner and it's guaranteed. You have to have a look at this chart. Have a look at this. Have a look how much margin debt there is in the system right now. And this is what I've been harping on about, but it's just getting worse. And what you must know is there's much more fake stocks out there. And there's also fake Bitcoin, there's fake gold, silver. It's just all things called paper derivatives. And if all these derivatives sold off, the S&P 500 wouldn't be $4,000. So have a look here. Margin debt has never been higher. And as you can see, the red line is margin debt and the blue line is the S&P 500. And every time margin debt peaks, the stock market crashed in 2000. And in 2007, the same thing. And now the exact same thing is happening in 2021, and margin debt is even higher than it was in 2000 and 2007. Guys, this should send alarm bells in your head, and I'm trying to wake you up. I'm providing you facts, data, to prove that we're over leveraged, we're overcooked, and I'll show you even more data. And have a look at this chart. This is the 90-year S&P 500 price to earnings ratio. And price to earning ratios are skyrocketing. And the only other 2 times price to earning ratios were higher than today was, guess what? Just like with margin debt, the only 2 other times that the PE ratios was this high was 2000 and 2007. But that's not all. The Warren Buffett indicator, one of the greatest investors of all time, guess what his indicator is flashing right now? For a market cap to be fairly valued, the market cap should be anywhere between 116% to 137% of GDP. Guess what the stock market is now? The stock market is significantly overvalued. It's 201% of GDP. Guys, this is absolutely crazy and it's not sustainable. People are FOMOing in right now. You got all these young kids on YouTube that have never seen a severe, prolonged market crash in their life, and they're all telling you, just buy in, don't worry, stocks only go up, it'll keep going up forever, just keep buying in. And even though the stock market crashed last year, it shot right back up straight away. So it's easy to say that. But guess what happened in the Great Depression? The stock market didn't go back up to 1929 levels for not 5 years, for not 10 years. It didn't go back up for 25 years. So no, stocks don't just only go up. And again, going back to the housing market, what they've done is they've put a proposal, and that just right now is a proposal to extend forbearance to 2022. But all that is doing is delaying it 3 to 4 months. And if this doesn't get approved, there's up to 1.7 million homes that could go onto the market that haven't been paying their home loan for up to a year. And what you got to know right now that is fueling the housing market is FOMO and low supply. Supply levels are at their lowest in history, but all it can take is 3 to 4 more homes added in your neighborhood to take that FOMO out of the market, because all of a sudden people have more choices and they're not going to make these crazy offers of 20 to 30% above asking price. And guess what's going to happen? even if the data doesn't say house prices drop 20 to 30%, well, people are paying 20 to 30% above market value now. So even if prices only fall 5% next year, well, they've overpaid 20 to 30%. So they could be underwater 20 to 25%. And guys, this isn't all. The IMF is also warning that asset prices are overvalued, that interest rates are going to rise, and this is going to trigger the next market crash. And they're pretty much begging the central banks and the governments keep on printing money, keep interest rates low, because if you lift interest rates, everything's going to crash. But guys, I'm warning you, they've got no choice. This right now is a lose-lose situation. Choice number one, let inflation run hot and potentially lead to hyperinflation, and if they don't act soon, it's going to be too late and it'll get out of control. So either way, that's a bad scenario. Option two, start lifting interest rates now to get inflation under control, but guess what? That's going to crash the stock market because, like I said, everything's so overvalued, and the only reason people are justifying these market prices right now is because of low interest rates, but that's about to change. So everyone, like I've been saying, the central banks and the governments around the world, they've messed up, and they've messed up big. You need to prepare now for high inflation and potential interest rate hike. People just think I'm all doom and gloom and fear mongering. Well, guess what? In 2000 and 2007, many mum and dad investors and retail investors got destroyed because they didn't have something called YouTube back then, and they didn't have people to warn them back then. They had all the gurus and the real estate agents telling them to get in, that stocks and house prices only go up, and they got wiped out. So I'm here to provide an alternative view, and I'm here to warn you, and I'm not just saying this over speculation, I'm providing real hard data that proves a crash is coming. For all my loyal viewers and subscribers still watching, you're awesome. I just want to say thank you to everyone so much. Your support is overwhelming. The channel is blowing up. This is something I didn't predict, but I'm having an absolute blast, and I'm loving all of your comments in the comment section. You guys are very intelligent. You guys know what exactly is happening with the central banks and the government, and together we are bringing awareness about what's really happening in the markets and how the government and central banks really operate. Thanks again for all of your support. I'll pop up some of my other videos here. I'll see you there.